Aloha, Facebook land. I am starting about 7 minutes late. I want to see if there's anybody going to be on at this time on a Friday. I was out. I had scheduled this in advance, and then I was actually out at a meeting, and I just hustled my ass to be back for this. I got in. Facebook rules are that if you start 9 minutes later than what you scheduled, they delete it. And I started at like 8 after. How trippy is that? Okay, so I am going to welcome everybody. I've got 5 people on. Hey, Tracy. Hi, looks like Lee. As you join, if you want to say hello, and I'm going to be really candid about this. Okay, it's a Friday afternoon at 4 in Hawaii, 6 on Pacific time, which means 9 p.m. Eastern. And so on a Friday evening, I literally don't know if I'm going to have, 10 people just join. So it looks like there's going to be potentially enough people. If we don't get adequate numbers of people on here for there to be adequate interaction and benefit, I'm going to cancel this or postpone it rather until tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to see. Wow, we got 12 people. Holy 13. Oh my God. It's actually climbing. Might have been, we might have a lag just because I was so late. Hi, Kate. Yeah, well, see, across the waters, I'm across the water from everywhere being in Hawaii. Like everywhere is across the water except for the grocery store, which fortunately isn't. Okay, so 15 people. Holy crap. Christine, Anna. How about that? And Kate and Tracy. Lee, I don't know. Oh my God, Stephanie's here. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to do it if Stephanie's on. Aloha. Stephanie, good to see you. All right, so we got 16 people. So as you come on, if you want to say where you're joining from, looks like I'm going to do this friggin' live stream. Yeah, I should have known. Aloha, Sylvan. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Christy. I should have known doing this on a Friday afternoon, like Friday evening. Who the hell's on Facebook? I guess you guys. So, Sylvan, I saw you like that post that I made, my apolitical post a few minutes ago, a couple of hours ago. Hey, Michael, aloha. Ray, aloha. Washington, Tennessee, New Zealand, the UK. Where else? Okay, Ireland, yeah. Isn't this cool? Leslie, aloha. Half here, across the water, and way down under. Tasmania. See how I did that? All right. Well, by gosh, we got 19 people, man. That's close enough to 20. I'm just going to do this. So I want to talk about everybody's favorite topic in the self-help, personal development, law of attraction, spiritual world. And that is Florida. No, that's not it. But that's where Stephanie is. Hey, Stephanie, again, Rizwan. I haven't seen that name. I wonder if this is the same person. When I started this, oh my God, like 9 years ago, the first webinar I did, was that you? Because I've never seen that name. Maybe that's common in other, I'm not going to think of running for president. Trust me, I run from president. But anyway, this topic is affirmations, and I want to hear. See, it's so easy for me to get distracted with these comments here. Genius post. I previously had a team that I defended to. Oh yeah, defended to the death. Exactly, man. All the killing that's going on, basically out there is people have picked a side, and now they got to defend it. But anyway, affirmations. I would like to hear what you... Oh, so just a couple years, Rizwan, so that's not the same person. I was just curious. I would like to know what you, who are on with me right now, what is your experience? First of all, tell me what, if you will, please, tell me what you believe about affirmations. And while you're doing that, I'm going to make it worth it to you. All right? What I'm going to do on this live is I'm going to introduce the concept that affirmations as a rule absolutely suck. As a rule, there could be some forms of affirmations used in certain circumstances that could have some effect. as a rule, utter bullshit, totally worthless, except for when they're worse than worthless. They're counterproductive. Okay. Now, the first comment from Stephanie, they haven't worked for me. Rizwan, I believe they should make you feel good. But to be honest, I don't use them. Okay. Wow. That says a lot to me. I might talk more about that. So in addition to showing you why affirmations are basically either neutral, worthless, or counterproductive, and sometimes they may work a bit. Sometimes they may work a bit in some circumstances on some topics. I'm also going to show you something that works miraculously, and it always works. And it's the way that it works, and the reason why it works is the exact same mirror of why affirmations as a rule don't. Okay, so check this out. They haven't worked for me, Stephanie. Let's do this. I like this little thingamajiggy right here. They haven't worked for me. I believe they should make you feel good. But to be honest, I don't use them. Now, I don't know if Elaine was saying that affirmations shift her perspective or that she's welcoming me to help her shift her perspective on affirmations. I'm not sure. So, Rizwan, yeah, they suck big time. I only use ones like I got this when I'm doing something. I totally dig that. Now, I'm not saying that an affirmative statement such as I got this or sure, yes, you can. That's an affirmative statement. I'm not saying that affirmative statements are bad. I'm saying affirmations as they're used. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I am a nice person, by gosh, and people like me. That's the shit I'm talking about. Okay, now, boy, here they come, here they come, here they come. Let's go back to this one. Christine, have some value, and I agree. I have used affirmations for everyone else, but when it comes to for myself, they don't work. We're going to talk about why. I found when I was not choosing conscious communication, I would be affirming myself of shit that I never wanted. That's part of the issue right there. First person, right there. This is part of why they don't work well. Okay, so let me ask you this. Russian roulette, right? Russian roulette. We don't want to focus here, but Russian roulette is where you take a gun and you put say it has a magazine for 6 shots, and you put 1 bullet in it, and then you spin it, and nobody knows where it is, and 6 people sit around. Why the fuck would you do this? The 6 people sit around with the gun, and they go around the circle, and they take turns shooting, and the one unlucky fucker, unless they wanted to leave their body, that gets the bullet is dead. Okay, so here's the deal. At the absolute best, affirmations are Russian roulette. And I'm going to talk about why. I'm going to talk about what. I'm going to talk about. And the first thing, let's just linger here for 1 minute on what Sylvan said. Being that I'm going to show you something that does work and always works, and that might sound like a hypey promise, but when I do, then what'll it be? It'll be pretty awesome, right? What Sylvan said is a key. The vast majority of us are deeply sleepwalking, carrying around programming on levels that we have no clue whatsoever. The vast majority of what we think that we believe, that we know, the vast, vast, vast majority of what we think and believe that we know is hidden from us, by us, in our so-called unconscious. And the vast majority of that is tangled up with emotions from earlier in life that we've been repressing, denying, deflecting, defending, pressing down into ourselves. And so when we go to think what we want, 98% of the time, for the vast majority of people, the things we think we want isn't what we did want. Not at all. Like, just for example, I have $1 million in the bank. I have $1 million in the bank. When you believe that you are worth $1,000, and that when you believe that if you get more than you deserve, you're going to get punished, affirming that you're a millionaire is stabbing ice picks into your brain through your eyes and ears. It is damaging. It is the opposite of beneficial. And that's true. Affirming shit that I don't want. All right, now check this out. First time this has happened on this live, because I'm going live using a system that lets me go live in my groups and on my profile and on my fan page. This system has one weakness, and that one weakness is that if you are viewing this in one of my groups, Conscious Creation, Mastering the 5 Keys, or Go Beyond the Law of Attraction, or if you're in one of those groups, I won't be able to see your name. So whoever posted this, they just don't seem to work. You are watching in one of my groups. There's a button on the post. There's a little thing that says to give permission for your name to be seen on post. All you got to do is click. It'll take 2 seconds, and then I'll be able to interact with you, okay? I'm a farmer, born and bred in the country. Affirmations are seeds I plant, deliberately planted, and BS is okay as well because that's compost on the farm, but I'm open to this 5th agreement. Be skeptical and listen. All right, fair enough. I'm gonna offer you. Different people have different definitions for the word skeptical. I'm just gonna, Leslie, my work is very new to you. You had that incredible experience a couple days ago, and my work is very new to you. So what I'm gonna say is gonna be very new to you. Might be weird. I don't expect you to take my word for it. Gullible is the idea of someone who just believes everything they're told without thinking for themselves or checking in. Skeptical is the opposite. Don't believe shit, no matter what, without checking in. You're just skeptical automatically. I advise neither skepticism nor gullibility. I say for myself, beyond skepticism and gullibility, I am. And when you learn to be quiet and feel your intuition, you hear truth and falsehood as clear as you hear that. It's unmistakable. Okay? I'm not a fan of skepticism or gullibility. And we also may have a different definition of affirmation. So I'm going to get a little bit more precise with that word here. Never worked. Just felt I was trying to make myself think or feel something that I knew wasn't true about. And so Rizwan a little bit ago said, I think they're supposed to, should make you feel good. The vast majority of people feel worse when they do affirmations. Aloha, Chantal. Always good to see you. And what my parents, so when we were talking about the thing about finding yourself wanting what you don't even want, right. Finding myself wanting and affirming what my parents, I'm a lawyer when I didn't want to be a damn lawyer. Okay. All right. But you're not the only one on that. I am absolutely. And discernment. Exactly. Discernment totally eclipses, encompasses, and transcends gullibility or skepticism. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay. The ultimate affirmation, I am. Now, there are attributes, attributes and aspects. I really wanted to say attributes. I don't know why. There are attributes and aspects of the ultimate self that I am. So I am totally cool saying that I am love and that I am peace and that I am joy. The only thing is, now this is where I'm going to go a little bit deep. So I trust you're ready. My God, Friday evening, and we have 27 people on here. Hey, Robert. Let me read this one last comment before. I've personally used affirmation in the past to lift myself out of depression. It took about 7 months, but one day I woke up and didn't have to try to believe them. I felt okay, now, regardless of what the last of that is, Robert, Robert, I am not disputing with you. No, felt them. That's what it's supposed to be. I felt them. Beautiful. Okay, so check this out. You may recall that I started by saying it's not that they never work, and it's not that they have no value. It's that they are so often ineffective or counterproductive, and there's an element of Russian roulette in using them and formulating an affirmation, a one-word change that literally makes it destructive for your intention, a one word different that makes it beneficial. And so the question that I want to ask, Robert, is there any possibility that it wasn't just is there any possibility, Robert, that it wasn't the affirmations that lifted you out, and or is there any possibility that it wasn't the affirmations alone that lifted you out of depression? Because I help people to transcend what they call depression on the daily. It's one of the things that I do, and I never do it using affirmations. And when someone comes to me with depressed states, I can help them, if they're ready, to be completely done with the depression in less than an hour. So 7 months of affirmations. And buddy, let me tell you something. If something pulls your ass out of depression, you're like, I wouldn't care if that shit took 7 years. I'm happy that it worked and that I'm out of there. So I am with you infinitely. Okay? So now I'm going to dive in to understanding affirmations and understanding what works about 1 trillion times better and never fails and can never fail. And it's fast. I believe it was focusing on the feelings, Robert says, and so do I. It wasn't the affirmations that lifted you out. I dig it. I totally thank you for that, Leslie. I get it. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay. I agree with that. I'm just not quite sure exactly where that fits into what we're talking about right now. And I agree with it. Deneen, aloha. All right, do that. Dallas, it looks like, do that. Okay, so here we go. Let's dive in here. We are infinite, unlimited energy, beyond right and wrong, beyond good and bad. I've heard it said, and I consider this one of the most brilliant summary statements I have ever heard in my life. I've heard it said that life on earth for a human is a laboratory where infinite spirit places itself into a container with limited parameters, a body, in order to play a game of experimentation that boils down to what happens when I hold this thought? What happens when I hold this thought? What happens when I hold this thought? Aloha, Dani. What happens when I hold this thought? Now, if it's okay, I'm going to say that again. And if it's not okay, I'm just going to say it again. You ready? Aloha, everybody that's still joining. We are talking about affirmations. Why, at absolute best, it's like playing Russian roulette. Once in a while, it hits. The vast majority of the time, it doesn't. It's not fast. It usually doesn't work. And it is generally, the use of affirmations puts you in direct opposition to what is and just doesn't work or makes things, quote, worse, less the way that you want. So that's our topic. And I'm now talking about like what we are to understand affirmations in the context of what we are. So infinite, unlimited energy that has taken on a body in order to have experience in the illusion of limitation in time and space. And we place ourselves in these bodies to experience limitation and then to play a game of what happens when I hold this thought? What happens? Oh my God, look, people come after me and they do mean things to me. What happens when I hold this thought? What happens when I believe this and I hold this thought? So we came in for that. And then, holy shit, we got gobsmacked by all the things that we set up to look like they pre-existed us. Mom, dad, religion, institutions, military, etc. Aloha Rouge. And we got so loaded with programming, every cell of our body with 1,000 flavors of anger and sadness and fear, wound up and bound up in all the things that we think and believe that we know. And then we try to use this little tiny itty little bit of us, our conscious mind, to repeat an affirmation to change mountains and mountains and mountains of shit that's woven in with emotion. I like that last perspective a lot as well. Okay, so here's one of the biggest secrets in all of life. And I'm not exaggerating. This is one of the biggest secrets in all of life. In a way, the only thing that is here is intention. Now, you might want to breathe deep, get curious, open up, relax a little bit. The only thing that's here is intention. And the only thing that you ever experience, which you call the universe, is the summary of all of the intentions that you ever set, the vast majority of which you have hidden from yourself in the unconscious. You don't even remember that you're holding them, and much of them are tangled and mangled with emotions that you don't want to feel. So you see all this shit happening. You say, this is good, and this is bad, this is right, and this is wrong, this is positive, and this is negative, and I don't like that. And you're racing to try to get away from the bad to get into more of the good. But you're in error. There is no good or bad. So now it's like you're running in quicksand that's covered with oil, sinking little by little by little. And then you try to fucking affirm a thought that's in opposition to everything that you think and believe that you know. So it's kind of like you could say that 99.999999999% of you is absolutely positive beyond the shadow of a doubt that you're in hell. And you're using the 0.000001 to smear a little dash of hope on top of it with that affirmation over and 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 over. And it just literally almost never works. And when it does, the results are very unpredictable, very unreliable. So the bottom line is, why in the hell are people using affirmations? And why are the biggest personal development and self-help and spiritual companies in the world still selling bullshit affirmation programs? Is that a valid question, what I'm asking? Why is it that affirmations are so widespread, so widely taught, and the biggest? I could name some companies, but I don't ever want anyone to think that I'm putting anyone down or putting things down. That's never my case. I'm focused on one thing: results, life results. The only thing I'm concerned about here. Okay? So why in the world are they the thing that almost everybody teaches? You want to know why? You ready for why? Because that's all people know. They haven't gotten deeper into understanding how the universe works so that we could come up with a tool that literally works with the way the universe works. Often affirmations make people feel like they're doing something. And so Jean, I mean, I don't know. I just pray that I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of having that pronunciation right. Okay. And it does relate to hypnotism and autosuggestion. Absolutely. But what if there was something that worked about 1,000,000 times better, that actually worked with the way that the universe works? So check this out. Everybody, I got some intelligent people on here with me right now. I'm going to ask a really serious question. I'm really serious. So everybody, if you'll, Sean, okay, if you'll stop and be curious, let's just for the moment, stop with the chat. I want as much interaction as possible. I have a question. When I say this, I want to know what you think. And if everybody who's on will respond, everybody's going to be benefited and enriched by your answers, no matter what you say. When I say to you that all you are ever doing, ever, forever, with this physical universe is asking questions which emanate your intentions into the formless, conscious light that makes up the entire universe. Now, that's a hell of a thing. I'm going to say it again. What do you think? What do you feel? What do you get in you when you hear me say, what if all you're ever doing, ever, Sean, Rizwan, Stephanie, Sylvan, what do you feel when you hear me saying this? What if all we are ever doing, whether we know it or not, we might not look like it does, we never thought about this, we never considered it, but if we stop and get quiet and calm for a minute, what if all that I'm ever doing with my every thought, my every statement, I'm asking questions of the universe, which sets my intention and sets that into motion. Aloha, Lilith. I hear, Deneen, that is your favorite affirmation. I dig it. And if it works for you, you rock on with your bad self. See, now that was a weird question, and I'm getting like crickets in the response, which I never get crickets. I'm going to ask the question again. If you calm down and breathe and tap in and see, I would like to hear what you think, what you feel, what comes up for you, what reflects for you when I say, what if all we are ever doing is asking questions of the universe? Now, here's an example. Why can't I lose weight? What if every time you think about your weight, you, unbeknownst to yourself, are asking questions of the universe, which is always responding with an answer? In a sense, our mind is the question and the universe is the answerer, but it's actually two parts of the one, which I am. The mind body is the questioning, and the universe response is the answering. And all that I'm ever doing is asking questions. So maybe affirmations make statements that limit. You better fucking believe it. I feel what's next. Okay, but maybe that's not trouble with the question. Maybe that's what comes up, because I'm about to make this more clearer. Maybe we're asking the questions wrong. Now, what I'm going to do, Robert, is I'm simply going to say, it's not a correction, it's an alteration. Maybe wrong doesn't exist. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Maybe we're asking the questions in the way that's causing us to get what we're fucking getting. It's not wrong, but it's not in alignment with what we actually prefer, and that changes everything. And if you will begin to replace good and bad, right and wrong, positive and negative with preferred and not preferred, you will begin to experience levels of freedom that you never dreamed of. I should then take the should out of it. I feel that it would be beneficial for me to be more present and conscious to the words that are coming out of my mouth. And not just out of your mind, not just out of your mouth, Sylvan, out of your being. Maybe it's the way we say things. I'm going to say that it's the things we're saying and it's the way we're saying them. Asking the universe what's next. Gotcha. Okay, Stephanie, that is probably about as accurate as we're going to get. We're always asking the universe what's next, but what we're missing is we're always asking the universe what's next if I don't fucking change what I think and believe that I know, that keeps making the same thing over and over and over again. All the things that I think and believe that I know are the answers of every question that I've ever asked, and they keep endlessly reflecting back to me, and I say, why does that happen again? I was doing my affirmations. So check this out. You ready? Ready? Y'all ready? 29 minutes in. We are having some absolutely gorgeous interaction here. This is a beautiful dance. I'm loving this. I would like to tell you, and those of you who have been with me for a while, you've read my book, you know part of what I'm about to say to you. Hang on before I do. We attract. You know, Robert, I gotta tell you, buddy. So maybe you know this, Robert. You and I I've seen some comments. So you and I have been connected on Facebook before. I I just don't know how well when I do these lives, I always have new people, and I don't know. There's a lot of people that have no clue where I'm coming from. Like they've never experienced me. So let me do my 1-minute commercial here. Okay. So I live in Hawaii. My clients and friends call me the spell breaker. And in my work, I've had a gift since I was 3 years old of being able to do this. 9 years ago, I turned it into a business called Level 5 Mentoring. And I wrote a book that went instantaneous overnight, #1 international bestseller in multiple categories. And since then, I've been able to touch and work with over 120,000 people. And the vast majority of people, 40% of my clients are coaches, healers, experts, gurus, leaders who help other people. They come to me for help. And I'm able to get results for people who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and decades working on themselves. So if that gives you a little bit of where I'm coming from. So now, Robert, my point I was about to make, I tell all my clients this, like again and again and again. One of my most important phrases is, I am never correcting you. However, I am always reflecting you. And I have the ability to reflect what people are thinking and believing and feeling in such a way that helps them to literally undo decades worth of pain. All right. So virtually everyone, Robert, believes in the law of attraction and that we attract. I'm going to ask a question just for fun. Aloha, Michael. Thank you, brother. I'm glad. I'm new with you too. I'm going to ask a question, Robert, and I'm just going to invite you. If you want to play along, free forum here on Facebook, right? If you want to play along, everybody who believes that we attract ... doesn't matter what you follow attract with, we attract. Are you absolutely positive, beyond the shadow of any doubt whatsoever, that we ever attract anything? I know that virtually everyone believes it. All the gurus are selling law of attraction this, law of attraction that, law of attraction this, law of attraction that. Okay. I'll tell you right now, there is a well-known multi-million followed author who is internationally known. Millions and millions of people follow. And he sells a program where you can become certified to be a law of attraction coach for $47. And all the law of attraction coaches are all teaching the law of attraction, but they don't actually know if there is one. So Stephanie, are you absolutely positive, beyond the shadow of a doubt? I'm not asking, do you have any evidence? So hear me and hear my heart. I'm not saying, do you have evidence of attraction? Do you have reason to believe attraction? I'm asking you, do you know beyond the shadow of a doubt, period, for sure, that we ever attract anything? Or could there be another reason? Maybe we're reflecting something. We continue to see similar reflections, and we heard other people talk about attraction, so we bought it, and now we're trying not to attract, and now we're going to do fucking affirmations. I attract only love and light into my life. As if that, what the fuck? Okay? So look at this. And Stephanie, by now, I trust that I'm never correcting. I'm always reflecting. And look, when you say we attract, and then I say, are you positive we attract? Shit, actually, I'm not. Is there any possibility that some of the pain that you've continued to experience over and over and over again was because you believed in attraction? Is that possible? Lots of comments coming in. We are absolutely not magnets. That is, it appears that way to our limited consciousness, partially because we believe it, and we do have evidence of it. But evidence of something doesn't mean that it's true. All right, now, I want to stay on target. So here's what I'm going to do. Tasha just said, we create. I'm trying to find the right word. I do believe we create the reality that we live in and interact with the people that we're needing to have to get the experience that we want. And I think the way you feel creates the experience. I know exactly what you mean, Tasha. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do my best now to stay on track. 34 minutes in, probably going to keep this one close to 45 minutes, and I'm going to wrap up. I want to deliver an infinite power tool to you to help you to transform your life today. So you can go to bed on Friday night, unless you're just now waking up on Friday morning. You'll still be able to go to bed on Friday night, unless you're in the other time zones where you're waking up on Saturday. But whatever works for you. I would like for you to be able to go to bed tonight when you go to bed saying, I was on a live and a guy literally gave me the most powerful transformational tool that I have ever seen in my life. He did it completely free. What the hell? I don't know why he's not selling it. Okay? That's what I would prefer. That's what I'm offering and proposing to you. So I want to stay on target. And Tasha, what you just said is important. It's relevant. Rouge, don't be so sure that you're attracting anything. Don't be so sure that there's anything good. And don't be so sure that you have PTSD. And you and I will communicate further, I feel certain. Right. I want to address what Tasha is saying and illuminate this and have us all look at it from a slightly different angle. I have often used the phrase create to. And in the English language, where we've been fed words, and there's more that is for which there are not words than there are words. There's more which is for which there are no words than there are words. And so here we are, like talking about creative. We don't even know. We're fumbling with the tools that they gave us. It's like using a hammer to put on your mascara. Okay, the word create doesn't do it. The closest that I have been able to explain it and create miraculous results in my life again and again and again and again, and in the lives of thousands of people that come to me for help, is that we reflect. We reflect. Yeah, Rizwan said, what the fuck? When I said, there is more that exists for which there are no words than there are words. And that is a what the fuck. If there ever was one, there's one for you. Okay, laminate that quote. I agree. Sylvan, why don't you write that one down and send it to me so I can have that posted somewhere. There's much more which is for which there are no words than there are words. In other words, you're not lost. This is the beginning of actually finding yourself. When you quit thinking you have a fucking clue, you begin to find out you didn't know anything, at which case you get to find out all that isn't things. Damn, we have to write that one down too, I reckon. Somebody's going to get crazy and start transcribing my shit, I'll bet you. Because that is some quotables right there. I don't mind, patting myself on the back. So maybe we don't create anything. Literally, maybe we're all the time. Maybe all we're doing is seeing the reflection in an infinite number of mirrors, which are made of light, all of which are me, reflecting everything I think and believe that I know, the vast majority of which is hidden from me by me in my unconscious areas, majority of which is tangled up in emotions that I don't want to feel, so I don't see that shit. I just don't even notice it. I keep on going in my life, and then I wonder, why did it happen again? And I think things like, I must be attracting that shit. That's what the person who paid $47 and became a certified law of attraction coach, they told me I'm attracting. By gosh. And now lasering back in on affirmations and what works. So we could go down that rabbit hole and we can have fun. We can be here for a while too. I'm just wrapping up a Friday, so I am going to move towards closing this here. So we're all considering the question, I trust, of what I said. What if all we're ever doing is asking questions? We're like a little ego center perception that seems to be separate from everything else, asking questions of the remainder of our infinite self, and the answers endlessly come. And if we would change our questions, we would change. Now, here's one of the funny things. You know, let me check in. If you've ever heard this phrase, just type in a Y or a yes. You ready, everybody? You ready? If you've ever heard the phrase, the quality of your life is dictated by the quality of your questions, just type in a Y or a yes, or you could type in a Q for question. If you've ever heard that phrase, the quality of your life is dictated by the quality of the questions. If you want a better result, ask a better question. Of course, that brings better back into the equation, and we don't know what's better, but you know what I'm talking about? The idea. Yep. So I got my first Y. That's a yes. Yay. So, 2. Oh my God, I have interaction here. Come on, you guys. 3, 4. So reflecting emotions, we don't consciously realize we reflect. That's right. So then we think they're fucking bad, and we try to get away from them and push them down. So I got 1 no. So someone had not heard that question. Beautiful. Thank you. Let us, making sense. I'm aimed at that. I've heard that in jobs. And yes, there's another yes. Okay. Hey, Angela. Aloha. And Kate. All right. So keep asking. Okay. So what if we learn to ask questions in a way? Well, what if we could ask questions in a way that actually put us in complete harmony with the rest of ourselves, which is the universe? Now, already, if you just check your feelings, like, wait, that he was asking a question, and I like the way I felt when he was asking that question. Is it possible that the universe is my body, always answering me, and we got this idea that there was a God outside of us, and ever since then, even if we get away from the idea, even if we outgrow, no offense to my religious friends, even if we outgrow the idea that there's a God outside of us, we still perceive that there's something outside of us. So my next question for you, is it possible that the universe is the rest of your body? In other words, that your body, what you've always thought was you, me, that body is a cell in the body of the universe, which is all one. Is that possible? And if so, just type in the word one, if you will. And you feel free to comment as you want. It just lets me know where we stand, because I'm getting ready to kind of do the punchline of my big joke here. I'm very close. All right. Does it make sense to you? Does it seem possible to you that maybe your body, what you have all along said, this is me, this thing here is me, is it possible that that's only one cell in you, and that you are literally one, that we're all one? Everything is one. Everybody says everything is one. Hey, Sophia. Everybody says all is one, all is one, all is one. Look at the ones, one. Hey, River. Always good to see you. Stephanie, Michael, Robert. So look at this one. Following you carefully. And I'm with you, Robert, and I'm grateful. I appreciate it. Now, damn, that was close to 100% interaction. Almost every person said that. Beautiful. So, before I wrap up my punchline, I'm going to say, I have, just bear with me for 1 minute of story here. Over the last 9 years of doing this, thank you, Angela. Hey, Michael, great to see you, brother. Love you, buddy. Thank you, Christy. Over the last 9 years of doing this work that I do, I do what I am. Okay, so the work that I do is what I am. Working with thousands and thousands of people, live events around the world. Hey, Steven, good to see you, buddy. Facebook live after live after live. Working with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Now, well over 120,000 people in 84 countries. Handling every issue you could ever imagine, okay? I have more free stuff that I give away than most companies in the personal dev space sell. I give away more stuff than most people sell. And I have people that after they go through my book and some of my videos on YouTube, they'll message me, hey, I'm interested. They might join one of my group programs. And it goes all the way up into very high ticket offerings in most people's minds, where people come out and they sit with me. And I like to show this space because it's so trippy. Check this out. This is where I sit with people and we do the deepest inner work that you could imagine. And in that setting, this will just let you know a little bit more where I'm coming from. In that setting, my primary question for myself is, how do I live the highest life of absolute wonder, love, joy, and peace while assisting everyone who comes to me that wants it to do more of the same? That's my constant 24/7 question. And along the way, I reached a conclusion that I haven't seen anywhere in personal development or spirituality or self-help or anything. And I would like to say it to you to set the stage for the punchline that I'm about to deliver, okay? Don't take my word for this. Just be curious and breathe. What if what I consider to be the universe, when I look and I see the universe, I'm standing in front of a mirror, I see my body, and I see the rest of the universe. What if all of that, including what I thought was my body, what if all of that is the reflection and the projection of light on an infinite number of mirrors, all made of light, because that's all that's here, reflecting only everything that I think and believe that I know, the vast majority of which is hidden from me by me in my unconscious, much of which is tangled up in emotions that I don't want to feel, terrifying, anger, sadness, and fear, out of control, that I will do anything to avoid. So I repress it, deny it, act like it's not there, drink it away, smoke it away, sex it away, go to movies to try to get away from it. And I'm going to say it again. And as I do, winding this to the punchline now, I welcome free form interaction. Whatever you feel or think or experience, as I say this 2 or 3 more times probably, I am curious about what happens in you as I say it and as I ask this question. And I'll ask it in very slightly different words, saying the exact same thing. What if everything that I thought was the universe, including this body, what if everything that I thought was the universe is actually just the reflection and the projection of everything that I think and believe that I know? And that's all I ever see reflected again and again and again, is everything that I think and believe that I know. But the vast majority of all of that is actually hidden from me by me in my unconscious, so that I don't see it or know it, largely because a lot of it's tangled up with these horrifying, terrible emotions from earlier pain that I would do anything to not feel. So I'm denying and repressing and hiding and avoiding forever. Well, Rizwan, you can watch these replays. They're freely available on Facebook, and they're going to be here for probably as long as Facebook is, unless they decide they don't like me, which prayerfully enough people are just going to enjoy this. Facebook's, damn, too many people like that. We're not going to take that down. Okay. What if the entire universe, everything that I ever perceived to be the universe, is actually just the reflection and the projection of everything that I think and believe that I know, including the migration of the birds? And on what date do the monarchs need to fly in order to make it 3,500? I forgot all that shit. How many atoms of oxygen does this third brain cell how many will it need 5 minutes from now? All that infinite, unlimited encyclopedias of unbelievably staggering mountains of information. The vast majority of that is hidden from me by me in my unconscious, partly because I don't need to remember the damn migration dates and this perfect spin of that planet. I don't need to remember all that. But a lot of it, on a more personal note, is repressed and hidden from me, tangled up in emotions that I don't want to feel, from my own seemingly personal, Brian's experience as a child in the womb and in early childhood, and getting beat up on the playground, or banging my knee on a rock, or having my dad scream at me and say I was a stupid piece of shit while he was hitting me. And all that stuff's buried. endlessly reflecting on all sides until I handle all of that stuff in whatever way. And so, what I offer as the tool to undo it all anytime you want, I call them quantum questions. Quantum questions. If you do not already have my book, it is absolutely free. It's 100% free. You go to that website that's showing on your screen right now. You will get a series of videos that comes with it, that where you'll see me doing spell breaks with people. Okay. It also comes with something called a universal orientation assessment. I've had a lot of people tell me, Brian, your book, your free book and your free orientation assessment did more for me than my 45 years of self-help. What planet are you from? I've never seen anything like that. Okay. Your results may vary, but I'm going to leave that up for a minute. So if anybody wants to go deeper into this information, get access and actually be able to read about this and go deeper, just go get my book. It's absolutely free. And this tool, Quantum Questions, is explained in the book in detail. And I'm going to now work with you for a minute with Quantum Questions. Okay? Sean says it is a life-changing book, and I agree. And oh my gosh, Christy says it's priceless. Look at that. Look at that. Oops. They're still moving. Look at this. 100% priceless. I should be charging more. Thank you. Now, let's see. Okay, I will go a little further, but yeah, we're going to be at an hour. It's 51 minutes. 8 minutes, and I'm wrapping this up. Where does conspiracy fall within that infinite encyclopedia? We appear to have more information available to us than ever. Where does conspiracy fall? We learned that people could conspire against us. Period. And Leslie got the audiobook too. Yay. And what are we asking in them questions? That's where I'm about to wrap up with, Michael. Okay. Here's an example of a quantum question. Let's say that you didn't have as much money. You know what? Let's do this. Somebody tell me a problem you have that you would like to change that you maybe would have tried affirmations on. Somebody tell me one thing that you would like to try with an affirmation. And then when you do, if you will, tell me, hey, Jen, aloha. Tell me, can't stop smiling. I felt me different. Sylvan, I literally, I got clients that work with me every day, every week. And they'll, after the 50th time I say it, they're like, I really thought I heard you the first time. I was pretty sure I heard you the 13th time. But that 50th time, damn, I got it. Okay, so somebody tell me, somebody who has the experience or the perception of a problem, you've wanted to try it. And if you will, tell me what affirmation you might have used. Let's see who's going to be radically honest and just step up right now. Okay. So, all right. Rizwan was the first. So addiction. Rizwan, what is an affirmation you might have used to try to handle addiction? All right. Now, Leslie said money. So let's do both. Oh shit. Here's 3. I worry too much about adult children. Now there's 3. Whoever gets to me with the first affirmation that you have used or might try to use to turn that around, tell me. That's who I'm going to respond to first. All right, I got addiction, but that's not an affirmation. You got to give me. Okay, Leslie did it first. Everybody, if you will, just for a minute, stop the comments. Let's go in 100%. Are you ready? So, Leslie, who in a playful way might have defended affirmations a little while ago or something like that. Okay. Is everybody 1,000% with me here? I still got comments coming in, but that might have been a lag. Okay. If you'll stop the comments for just 1 minute, I never say that. So I must be serious, right? All right. So money, Leslie said money. And her affirmation is, I am wealthy. If you can relate to money issues and the affirmation, I am wealthy, you've heard it, you've seen it, Everybody who has, hit the thumbs or hit the hearts. And I'm going to watch the counter go up. Either hit the thumbs or the hearts. If you have ever heard, hey, Jason, Eileen, Eli, Fatria, it looks like. If you have ever heard, like you're talking about money, and a usable affirmation supposedly would be, I am wealthy. I am infinitely wealthy. I am abundantly wealthy. Okay? There is such a lag. 1, 2, there they go. The counter starts. So all we're doing is thumbs or hearts right now, right? Oh my God, there we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 30%. And I know there's more than that. And everybody's just not loving me the way they could right now by clicking the hearts and the thumb. But so 30%, just like right out of the gate, did. And sometimes on some devices, it's tricky to get to the little thingamajig there. So check this out. Has anyone ever had a difficult time with money? And while you were having a difficult time with money, you did an affirmation like, I am wealthy. If you ever did, now listen, I'm going 1,000% now, and I'm gonna hit this hard with love. So I'm gonna ask 1 or 2 more questions. If you can relate, let me see how I want to formulate this so everybody can get the most out of it, including me. If you have ever had a difficulty with money, and if you have ever done an affirmation like, I am wealthy, I am rich, money comes to me easy. If that's the case, type in and say, I have. If you've ever had a hard time with money and you've tried to address it with an affirmation like, I am wealthy, money comes to me easily, anything like that, just type in, I have. Let's see honesty here. Okay. Yeah, I got poverty. I have. I'm watching. So it looks like one person is going to be completely honest here, because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that is not okay. There, 2 people being honest. Yes, I have completely. 3. Okay. Truth is beginning. And see, when you guys see that they did, you say, well, shit, I don't have to hide it then. I'm a money magnet. I have. Hi, Sue. Okay. So there's enough for us to know that it happens. Okay. Now, let me ask a question. Hey, Tarashe, are you ready for the next question? Are you ready? Be completely honest or just get off the live stream. You ready? How did you feel, Stephanie, Sylvan, Lillis? How did you feel when you did it? Every day in every way, I'm getting more and more wealthy. That is a common one, directly from Tony Robbins. Okay? That's close to 100%. How did you feel when you did it? Shit. Felt shit. First answer. Boom. You thought I was kidding? Nope. Look at that. Shit. Man, how about if that ends up being the thumbnail that Facebook chooses for this live? So one person answered. Number 2, frustrated. It was out of depression. Like a fraud. Here we come. Like a fraud. Desperation. That's what I thought you meant was desperation. Hopeful but not really believing. Like a fucking liar. Exactly. Sleazy. Like a fraud. Defeated. Nothing. A little anxious. All right now. Sad, doubt, frustrated, knew it wouldn't work, ripped off. Okay. Now, do you see? Do you see why I'm saying what I'm saying? I hear you on that, Robert. All right, now let's laser in. One more. Didn't believe it. Oops. Like I just swindled myself. Didn't believe it. Everybody, let me tell you why. Now, if you don't mind stopping with the comments for a moment so we can focus in, and I'm going to finally do the punchline. You didn't have money. You didn't have as much as you needed. You didn't have as much as you wanted, which was a reflection showing up for you. And you thought, oh, fuck, I think I attracted poor. I think I've attracted poor. I think I've attracted poverty. I think I've attracted not enough money again. Why do I keep attracting? Because you were believing the bullshit that everybody's saying. So then you did what they told you to do. You tried an affirmation. And you felt like a liar, like a loser, like a fake, like a fraud, like a desperate idiot that just swindled yourself. You didn't believe it. You doubted it. You felt ripped off. That's why affirmations suck. Okay? Now, let me show you the magic. Are you ready? Why is it true that no matter how much money I have, there's always more? So let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody, let's just, you know what, if you want to, we got 36 people on here on a friggin' Friday night. My God. Okay. Let's make the most out of this. I agree, Christine. It is spiritual fuckery for sure. That's the spiritual fuckery. Then everybody's getting it all over them. Okay. And convinced that they're attracting it. But anyway, so let's do this. Everybody, if you will, close your eyes. And I want you to think about your money right now. Close your eyes. Are you willing? If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. Everybody else, close your eyes. If you're driving, I'd pull over because this is worth it. I'm about to give somebody here a life-changing experience. I absolutely guarantee you and promise you that. It is up to you to receive it. So everybody's eyes are closed, right? Don't type in yes, because then I'll know your eyes weren't closed. So close your eyes. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to follow along with the words that I say. Sometimes I might say it faster than you can say, but you can follow it in your thoughts. And that's all I want you to do. If you can repeat it like with me or behind me, do it as much as you can. But don't worry, you can't get it wrong. Just follow along and you can think it as fast as I say it. Are you ready? Why is it true that no matter how much money I have, there is literally always more where it came from? Why is it true that no matter how much money I have or don't have, I'm actually infinitely wealthy? Why is it true that I am infinitely wealthy? And as I accept the possibility that the universe is my body, why is it so easy for me to accept the possibility that all the money that has ever been and will ever be is actually in me? In a sense, it is me and it's mine. Why is it true that no matter how my financial experience has been up until now, it can literally change now? Why is it true that no matter how long I felt financially stuck, it can all instantly change now? Why is that true? And why is it true that I'm finding it easier and easier to relax into the reality that my universe is my body and therefore everything is already me, it is already mine, and all I do is allow it into my experience, and I'm finding it easier? Why do I find it easier and easier to allow it into my experience again and again and again? And why is it ultimately true that I am infinitely wealthy? How is that true? Why is that true? Why am I allowing myself to feel the truth of it? Why did I finally soften and awaken and realize that I am independently wealthy and I always have been? Why is it true that no one could ever affect my limitless abundance, no matter what I ever thought or perceived before? And now, if you want to just take a minute, breathing, opening your eyes, and I would like to, if you'd be willing, I would appreciate it. I just shared. If you would share exactly what you're feeling right now. I don't care. Don't worry. It's not going to affect my ego whatsoever. If you like it, you don't like it. I would just like to see from each person's experience what you feel following and flowing through that experience. While you're typing, you can just continue to feel chills and acceptance, truth, excitement, peace, calm. Felt the truth of the statement. That's because I didn't make any statements. My brain is trying to answer the questions. That's my entire fucking point. Lighter. Because I've been in my own way, my own shit. Oh my God. Maybe it wasn't shit. Why make it wrong? Why make it bad? I like it. Limitless. Love that smile. Very excited. Resonated like it's true. Brian, that honestly felt for the first time I believed myself. I'm crying tears of understanding myself. Peace and truth feels true and better. Relaxed. Natalie, I love you so much. I'm so glad to see you on. I noticed you on Facebook earlier today, and I thought, where did my Natalie go? What happened there? What happened? Wow, I used to feel like I was and always would be living paycheck and paycheck, doing a million things to make money, but now I have a deep understanding of who I am and what I was meant for, what I can accomplish because of feeling the truth. I choose this feeling relief, belief, and safety, calmness. That's my son-in-law right there, y'all. I love that Michael guy. Love you, buddy. Less resistance than ever before around the subject of money. Crystal's listening too. I love you, girl. That's my daughter right there. I love my girl. Wait, oh my God, you guys are actually on with me? Holy crap. It must be Valentine's Day. Safe to receive. Big relief. Awesome, Natalie. All right, so I'm gonna underline something right here. Okay. Those of you that are tuned in, and right now, boy, are you. I want to point something out. And if anybody thinks that I'm patting myself on the back, you're welcome to think that, because I partly am. The only thing is, I don't think it's wrong to pat yourself on the back. When they were programming us with all that other shit, they told us don't toot our own horns, don't pat yourself on the back. Sorry, fuck that. I love myself. I love you. I love all that is. So I don't buy any of those rules. Okay. So I'm partly patting myself on the back. I'm working right now with about 40 people in this moment on a Friday evening on fucking Valentine's Day. How did that happen? Okay. How did that happen? And I talked about affirmations. We've been on a little bit over an hour. And I said I wanted to give you the biggest gift that I could possibly give, the biggest benefit and blessing that I possibly could, and give you a tool that you could use rather than me, rather than you paying me $47 and I would certify you as a law of attraction teacher so that you could be completely full of shit and bullshit everybody and make them suffer more, help them to suffer more accurately. And I brought up affirmations. And when I asked everybody, I got one example of an affirmation. Not enough money. My affirmation is I am wealthy. And then I asked everybody, how did you feel when you used it? Do you remember those words? Because I'm not going to scroll back up right now. Do you remember the words that everybody said when I said, thank you, Sue. I love and appreciate you so much, so much, so much, infinitely. And I said, how did you feel? And it was like, a swindler, lying, rotten, shitty, miserable, hated myself, fraud, depressed, just desperate, frustrated. And then I did the opposite of affirmations. I did quantum questions. And it was relief, love, the most comfortable I've ever felt. The first time I feel like I believe myself. I feel the truth in this. Did you notice that I never made a single statement? Everything that I said was questions. I buried and hid a couple dozen statements in those questions, cleverly disguised as questions. And Robert actually caught a clue. Now, we all did. Robert expressed it. I feel like my brain is still trying to answer the questions. That's all your brain has ever done. That's all your brain has ever done, is endlessly sought to answer every question you are asking. the vast majority of which is hidden from you by you in your unconscious. Thank you, Sylvan. I'm one of them. No, it's not fucked. No, it's not fucked. It's utterly the opposite of fucked. It's the greatest news we could ever get, because if I'm the source and cause of all that I ever experience, I can change anything and everything. And all I got to do is quit. Robert, see, look, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Look at that comment, y'all. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I love you so much, Crystal. Ah, my girl. I was wanting to talk to you guys this weekend anyway, especially I know that tomorrow is yet another special day. Boom. All right, group hug. Hey, Erica. Look at all the love flowing on here. Man, who knew Facebook on Valentine's Day? Not that the day matters at all. Okay, Christine, stop right there. Now, look what just happened. Christine just got it. She had this relief and this opening, and her mind said, nope, I am going right back to where safety, which is where I've always been. Safety is what I have always known. Let me make this confusing and difficult. Why is it true that I am no longer confused? Why do I find it so effortlessly magical to actually more than understand, to fully comprehend and embody this truth? Why am I effortlessly expanding into more and more effortless comprehension and grace? Literally tapping into my infinite intelligence moment to moment. Why is that how I live? And why is it continuing from moment to moment? Why did I release the idea that anything could ever be hard to understand? And why did everything change? Why did my life become so magical and so fun? Why did I finally realize that it was okay, that I was safe leaving difficulty behind? Yep. And on a free Facebook Live on a Friday on Valentine's Day. You know when those questions are available? Anytime, all the time, and now. Anybody want to trade some? I'll tell you what. I'll sell you all of my affirmations for all of your. You just give me all of your quantum questions. I'll give you all the affirmations you want. Anybody want to trade? See, I knew those questions were going to land for you, Christine. That's an old pattern you've been playing. It's what you think and believe that you know. When shit gets awesome, oh shit, I got to make it hard and get back into the pain quick. I will be doing Facebook Lives ongoing. Now I do have my kids this weekend. I might do one Facebook Live tomorrow morning. But if you just scroll, Rizwan, if you on my page, if you just scroll up, if you scroll down, the last couple weeks of lives, man, you'll get 10 times more out of this one after you watch the other ones. Aww. I hope she's talking to me. I'm adorable. Jenny, aloha. Okay, Jenny, I'm thinking you didn't probably start at the very beginning. You're going to want to watch the replay of this, okay? So I hear you say you think. I'm just going to ask you a question, Jenny. I'm going to ask you a question. I know you said you think, but I'm asking on purpose. Jenny, do you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that the universe wants you to suffer? or learn a lesson. So everybody, I'm about to wrap this up now. We're over an hour, okay? I'm going to trust, Jenny, that if you want help, you're going to go back as soon as this thing posts. I'm going to end it in a minute, and it's going to be boom. The replay is going to be up within a couple minutes, and you watch this entire thing, and you're not going to be thinking that anymore. What I want to say to everybody else, though, we were talking about everything you think and believe that you know, and Jenny just dumped out everything she thinks and believes that she knows. I'm trying to get what I want. And what is the odds that what she wants is actually what she really wants? So we're going to sabotage getting what we want. I feel that the universe wants me to suffer. And I'm not picking on you at all, Jenny. Quite the opposite. Once you watch this all the way through, this will make 1,000,000 times more sense to you. I feel the universe wants me to suffer. That's nothing to do with a feeling. That's a thought. You think that the universe wants you to suffer. And if you'd say, wow, when I think that the universe wants me to suffer, what do I feel? That's what you feel. That's all I can think it is. So stop thinking. Breathe and come to presence. If you don't have my book, go here. It's 100% free. It has helped to set thousands of people free, and I'm just getting started. Okay, it's 100% free on my website, Jenny and everybody else. Go grab it. The last thing that I want to see, I just saw that a couple more comments came in. I want to say this. I love you all. Okay, look at that. I was an addict for 15 years. Got Brian's book. Watch one of the videos, The Fastest Way to Get Unstuck. Still available on YouTube, Fastest Way to Get Unstuck. And the addiction vanished. Okay, you got it? Pascal, aloha. All right, so here's what I want to wrap with. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was. You've been receiving the reflections of everything you think and believe that you know that you didn't even know that you believed. I got a feeling that you're kind of done, or you wouldn't have found me. I'm doing everything I can to give all the value that I can possibly give. Thank you, Lilith, and I appreciate that. I request one thing back from everyone that I'm doing this with, and that is share these videos. Help me share these videos far and wide. Click, 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 click. The more you click the hearts and the thumbs and the smiley face, the more Facebook goes, oh, wait, their giant computer machine goes, oh, shit, they're liking that. Let's put it in front of more people. Then when you share, it puts it in front of more people. Every time you watch one of my videos, well, it's true of any video, but mine's the good shit, so do mine. Every time you watch one of my videos, if you will click the hearts and the thumbs, every time something is valuable, you never need to fake anything ever. It doesn't work anyway. But if the value's there, take that effort and that time to share and help me touch as many people as humanly possible with this. Jenny, you're welcome. I love you. Tarshay, I love you. Ray, I love you. Everybody else's who name I did not say. I love you. Infinite, perfect, unlimited being, projecting out of eternity into time and space. Thank you for the shares. Happy Valentine's evening for those of you that it is. Chris and Michael, let's maybe jump on a call tomorrow. The kids will be here for the weekend. And everybody, share the love with yourself, the rest of the universe. And I will see you on the next live. Aloha.